Hi, day 28 post-op, and today marks 4 weeks exactly since the day of surgery. Some people have said to me, oh, that's flown by. No, my friend, it has not. Not if you're me. Anyway, today I started the day with purpose, with exercises. And here is my new exercise to begin with, followed by the other ones that I believe I've made progress with. I'm not going to show you them all because they're pretty much the same, but I'm still trying to sit like a normal person. So that's the last picture in this slide. So just have a look at this. If when I get up in the morning, my walking feels pretty good, but my knee feels stiff and sore. If I exercise, do that multiple times, then my knee feels a bit better and I do get better flexion. And then I have to do the load bearing exercises after that. And then I get a bit more flexion. And then there comes a point where you have to stop because then it gets too sore and you've gone a full circle back to sore. So that's how I started my day, was like that. Now, I've got a funny story to tell you today about the staff meeting. So we normally have a staff meeting once a month. We haven't had one since the 18th of September. We missed out the October one for obvious reasons. Now, I was not sure when I'd be back well enough to do a staff meeting, and it's only really been these last few days that I've actually felt compass mentis enough to start answering some work emails and things. It's actually taken me the whole month until now to get to that point. So I decided that I would organise a staff meeting, but we're too busy between now and Christmas for me to be able to do it. It's usually in the evening so that I could get Mark to give me a lift there because I still can't drive. But there was no slot in the evening we could do it until January. So then my next plan was to find a daytime slot, and we would use Zoom meetings, which is an online software that enables multiple people to join a meeting. All the cameras all get shown up on the screen at the same time, like a virtual meeting. So I thought, well, that's the easiest way to do it. So I sent all the other staff members instructions on how to do this, and we set it up for 2 o'clock today. Now, you should bear in mind, they're all probably maybe 20 years my junior. And I would expect the youngsters of today to be able to actually use digital software quite easily. But no, I found some really interesting things out about these youngsters. So I'm all set up with this meeting. I've got the laptop set up, and I've got the software set up, and it's 5 to 2. I'm ready to go. I'm going to record it onto the laptop, so then I can do the minutes from it afterwards. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And then I get a phone call from one of my staff. Hey, I was just wondering whether you'd like me to come and get you, and we could do the meeting here because we're all here now. The first thing I thought was, well, that's very kind of you. And the second thing I thought was, why are you all there? Because this was a virtual meeting, so you should all be in your respective houses and sitting in front of your own computers or something. But anyway, all right then, I'll do that because that's really kind of you. It gets me out of the house. So the staff member came and picked me up. Oh, but it's all right. Another one can bring you back again. They've given this some thought. This is right, quite kind of them. And then when I get there, I realise what their real motive is. Staff member number 1 doesn't know how to use Zoom. Sets a note for herself to put it onto her calendar to work out how to use Zoom and make herself a user. So she does that. Staff member number 2 ends up having a client just after this meeting. So she comes in and asks staff member number 1, how do you use Zoom? Oh, it's all right. You can just lean over my shoulder, she says. Staff member number 3, who's not even supposed to be there today, turns up. How do you use Zoom? So now all 3 of them are there. They're all thinking of leaning over the first one's shoulder. And then they think, well, we might as well just get her down here. So their actual thought was delivering me to the meeting in person saved them from working out how to use the technology. Oh, the youth of today, I tell you what. Anyway, it was very nice of them. We had a meeting, and that was that. And I went home again. Then I had another reason to come back to work. I was supposed to be meeting with someone that actually ended up not appearing. But it doesn't matter, because I went down to work again at 6:30 when my dear husband went down to take his class. And I sat down behind the counter and never said anything. And some people were like, oh, hi, how are you? And some hadn't noticed me, and how's your leg? And that sort of thing. You know, it's really sad when you go to work for a break because you want to change the scenery. I ended up having a conversation with somebody at the end of the day about how she's got a month off. She's really looking forward to it. I said, yeah, I've had a month off. But it's not quite the same when you're immobile and unable to drive. And then I had people going, oh, where's the... I have no idea. It's the first I've been here in a month. I have no idea. So there we go. So I was at work twice today. And in some respects, it was like I'd never left the building. And in others, it was like, oh, hello, who are you? It's quite a curious incident. But yeah, there we go. And then on a dietary front, I've got a couple of triumphs today. I had cereal. It's the first time in 5 weeks that I've had cereal because I've not really felt like diary at all. It went quite well. At the end of the evening, because it was so late after my husband had finished work, we decided to get a takeaway. Now, I've been avoiding spicy and anything really aggressive like that, but I had a curry. It wasn't a spicy curry, it was a mild curry for me, but still, that went well too. And whilst I waited, I had a beer. Not a shandy, a beer. So things are looking up because I'm feeling a lot more like myself, which makes me feel better. And so the cycle continues. So tomorrow, it's more of the same. Leg, bend, leg, bend. So that's how today went. And I hope that you had a lovely day too.